To VM, number 3. Few substitutions coming on. VM looking to get around number 24 for Sun Prairie. That's Crosse. Crosse doing a nice job out there. VM makes the way up to the middle. Still looking. Circles around, takes a shot, that was wide. That will go out the back and remain lightning ball. So for those that don't know, when a shot is taken and that shot goes out of bounds, whoever is closest to that shot when it goes out of bounds retains possession. So in that case, McCain goes back there, number 15 for the Lightning. He was closest to it when it went out, and so that's why the Lightning keep that ball. Seehafer will try lefty. That bounces up and over. But again, McCain back there to retain possession for the Lightning. On the near side to Hendrickson. He'll get it back up top to Jarman. Now it's on the far side to Seehafer. For Sun Prairie, we've got number 21, Jackson Plummer, is in goal today. He gets it up forward to his Sun Prairie teammate, and they score a goal on the transition. The long rebound off the post came right to Talon Luttrell for Sun Prairie. He started the transition, and Sun Prairie takes a 2-0 lead. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who got that goal. It might have been 17, but I'm not entirely sure. 17 is Zjakovic. So we'll face off after that score. It's 2-0 Sun Prairie. Zach Adams, number 45, taking the face-off for the Lightning. Adams comes away with the win. He's pushing right down the middle. Oh. Loses it. Dribbles to Plummer. Plummer's got it in his crease. He'll step out. Gets it up to Luttrell. Back over to number 13. That's Bindley. Bindley being chased by Hendrickson and McCain. Long pass up ahead.
Wow.
Nice pass. And now Sun Prairie on the attack. That ball's loose. That one's going to make its way out of the back of the end zone, the end line back there. So that will be a turnover for Sun Prairie, and the Lightning will take it from there. So you can see Hunt back there, number 20, the goalie. He's got the ball. He'll start the action. Sun Prairie really laying back on this clear. This is Viela, number 13. He's got a pass that gets away from him. That's a turnover, back over to Sun Prairie. Pass over to the near side. Gets loose. Now Jerzak, number 12. Has it. He'll work his way around, trying to get an opening for a shot. Gets a shot, but Hunt's there. And Hunt covers that ball in the crease. So good defense there by the Lightning. Keeping a body on Jerzak, not allowing him to get a to a good shot, and Hunt was in perfect position. Here comes Kay. He's on the transition. He tries a bouncer, saved by Plummer. Plummer now comes out of the crease. He's looking to advance it. Gets it up to number 17 for Sun Prairie. He'll dump it to the open man on the wing. Wide shot. Zerzak just had that one come out of his cross a little early. Sailed that one, but it will stay with Sun Prairie. Good opportunity there for Sun Prairie. They kind of had the Lightning a little bit on their heels. Zerzak now, number 12, going to work on Ellis. Here comes the slide. Some help from number 9 of the Lightning. That's Hackbarth. And again, Hunt with a long pass up. Not able to be controlled by the Lightning. So Lennon for number 14 for Sun Prairie. He's got it. He's making his way across the midfield stripe. Dumps it, trying to get it to Zerzak on the near side. Giving chase for the Lightning is Horman, number 4. And it rolls out the back of the end line, and Hunt will take possession for the Lightning. Again, not a lot of pressure when the Lightning get this ball on their half. Not a lot of ball pressure. Sun Prairie choosing to really lay back and kind of guard the middle of the field, forcing Hunt all the way up into the other half of the field. Nobody coming at Hunt, though. He's going to keep taking it. Now Hunt has to hustle back. Here comes Luttrell. Luttrell's going to try a long pass, and it's picked by Jarrett Ellis. Nice play by Ellis being there. We've got a stoppage of play here.
It's about the end.
It's a looks like a timeout called. Timeout called by the Lightning. Good timeout call by the bench over there in Lightning. They still had Hunt out of the crease, and as soon as they got possession, they took the timeout so they could reset that defense.
Chris, what's the strategy with Sun Prairie backing off instead of being so aggressive like what we've seen with Crosse being up by, once the ball's kind of turned over, Crosse is still being aggressive on their defensive side when Sun Prairie has it near their own goal.
Right, absolutely. It's just different philosophies of how you want to play that. I think La Crosse is choosing to be very aggressive, trying to get some turnovers at that end of the field, maybe turn those into points, capitalize on some turnovers deep in their territory. Whereas it seems Sun Prairie looks like they're going to play more of a pack-it-in type defense. They're going to keep their midfielders and their attack guys closer to the middle of the field and really make sure they've got their defense set up. So there's pluses and minuses. Certainly, being the aggressive style can leave you a little bit, can leave you a little short-handed if they can break that pressure.
Which that almost happened.
We've seen that almost happen. And but likewise, and then the advantage to packing it in is your defense is set. You're not going to get as many turnovers and maybe quick score opportunities, but your defense is in a more settled position. Probably make the offense have to work a little harder once they get down there. So
now, because this is the first time we've covered La Crosse, we've had a number of issues. I'm just glad that we're thankful that we're on finally. I hope that people can bear with us as far as we had some audio issues too. That should be corrected. I just checked it. We should be fine.
Okay.
Now you were talking about out of bounds, and you said the end line is the end zone through the end zone. Does that mean that players can go all the way back there and then whip around? And then what is the yellow markers?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, you're right, Joel. They can go all the way back behind that goal. Basically right to where would be the kind of the football end line back there.
Sure.
And so they can use all that space back behind there, similar to what you see in hockey with skaters going behind to the net. And then what we've got a couple extra markings on this field. You see the yellow lines. The yellow circles around each goal is known as the crease. There's no offensive players can go into that zone. Only the defensive team can be in that zone. And then you've got some yellow markings on the side. So these ones in the middle of the field, around the 50 on each side of the field, that's kind of where when we do a face-off, which we're going to have here it's not a face-off, but that would be where the wings of the face-off have to stay behind that line.
Okay. Oh.
That's an errant pass there by Hendrickson, trying to get it over to the far sideline, kind of got away from him.
It is windy, though. I mean, give him credit.
Yep.
You can see the flag on the screen, too. So, It is very windy.
So Sun Prairie will take over. Number 7, Calber will try to get it forward. Finds, and that pass is wide. Looking to get it to Jerzak again. Jerzak's probably their leading scorer, their leading returning scorer from last year. So he'll certainly play a big part in the offensive side for Sun Prairie. But Lightning with the ball now.
Now, don't pay attention too much to the clock either that we have posted, because you know what? I was only off by 5 seconds.
Wow, that's pretty good, Joel.
I was not too bad there.
Nice work.
That is the end of the first. And it does say half on our score bug, but it is periods, and that is the first period, and it concludes with 2-0. Sun Prairie United up on La Crosse Lightning. We should probably thank some of our great sponsors, and we'll come back here in just a moment on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel.
Matthey Construction, a proud Riverhawk community sponsor, is more than asphalt and roads. They're a family-owned company with exciting opportunities in engineering, research, and green technologies. Join Matthey's team of top chemists and engineers developing sustainable solutions for tomorrow. From the lab to the road, Matthey Construction inspires the next generation of innovators. Visit Matthey.com to explore diverse careers in legal, HR, tech, and more. Build your future with Matthey Construction.
Need a place to live or extra space to grow? Munson Realty's property management portfolio offers a wide variety of properties to fit all your business and housing rental needs in the La Crosse, Wisconsin and eastern Minnesota areas. Whether you're local or relocating, looking for a business space or a home for just yourself or even the whole family, Munson Realty is here to help you find the perfect place. Discover the right space with Munson Realty, your trusted partner in real estate.
Escape the hustle and bustle. At Pettibone Campground, you can enjoy nature with scenic river sites perfect for family adventures or solo getaways. We also offer the latest in camper rentals. Planning an event? Our rustic banquet hall is your dream venue. Whether it is a wedding, reunion, or corporate event, we cater to all with exceptional service and breathtaking views. Call 608-782-5858 or visit pettiboneresort.com. Pettibone Campground and Banquet Hall, located in La Crosse, is your perfect escape and event destination.
Don't miss a moment of the action. Be sure to follow the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel on Instagram and Facebook. On Facebook, search Central Riverhawks YouTube, and on Instagram, search Central Riverhawks Live.
Okay, ready to start the second quarter here. Action between the La Crosse Lightning and the Sun Prairie United. Teams will switch sides, and we'll have a face-off to start this one off. You notice the other midfielders have to start behind that yellow line, and then they're released when the official gives the go to start the face-off. So we've got a call here. Might have been a loose ball push or of some sort, so it looks like Lightning will get the ball on that push. So Seehafer, number 12 on the far side, he loses his stack. Ball is loose. Scramble for it on the far sideline. Number 2 for Sun Prairie comes away with it. I don't have a number 2 for Sun Prairie on the roster, so he'll be known as number 2 from now on. Good play on the nearest corner here by number 9 for the Lightning. That's Hackbarth. Hackbarth following number 30 for Sun Prairie. That's Luke Morgan. Number 30 gets it to the middle of the field. Back over to Jerzak looking for a shot. Nice play by Ellis to knock that one loose. Good stick check from behind. We've got a call here. It's going to be a penalty against the Lightning. A penalty against the Lightning, so they will be a person down. There'll be a man down.
So it is like a power play then.
Yep, it will be like a power play situation.
I was just going to ask you about substitutions, when they can make that, but I see now it's essentially dead balls then, correct?
Well, substitutions can take place on the fly. So you can run over to the sideline and substitute out at any time. We've got now Lightning have their five players defending Hunt in goal. Sun Prairie will attack with their 6 players. And so Lightning will work to kill this penalty without damage.
30-second penalty on Lightning Crosse by number 2, Jack Hendrickson. 30 seconds for offsides.
Sounds like the penalty is a 30-second penalty, from what I'm hearing. And we're going to get a timeout called by Sun Prairie, I believe.
I think he said white.
Okay.
I thought I heard the official say timeout white.
Timeout by the Lightning then.
So on that power play, Chris, does the ball just stay on this side the entire time? So the right side, the teams have switched, so now Sun Prairie is going left to right, but does that ball stay in that zone then the whole time?
Yeah, well, that's no. I mean, they'll play like normal. They'll play like normal, but it will just be that the Lightning have to play with one less player on the field until that penalty expires, and then that player can just join the action. Just as soon as their penalty time expires, they can jump back onto the field and get right back into the action.
Okay, so yeah, you can treat this just like hockey then, where you're just running in, running off.
Yep,
line changes and all that.
Absolutely.
Makes a lot of sense. Obviously, this is the first time that I've even seen lacrosse. I'm an Iowa boy, so we don't have lacrosse down there. Certainly not in the 90s when I was growing up. So I've seen the sport a couple times on ESPN, but, again, I didn't know any of the, kind of ins and outs of the game, which we're happy that you're here because otherwise I'd be calling nonsense pretty much the entire time. But at the same time, knowing that it can translate into a different game, something that maybe – our viewers are a little bit more acclimated to watching because we have covered hockey several times, and Buxton does a good job with speaking about the rules and whatnot about that. Good to know. Good. It's easier to kind of translate that onto the field, too, with the markings as you talked about earlier.
Sure. Yeah, and I'll try to make sure I hit on some of those rules and some of those differences or similarities to other sports as we go, so that would probably help a lot of our new viewers, I'm sure.
So after the timeout, it was lacrosse's ball.
Yep. So. Okay. So looks like back to full strength. We've got 6-on-6 here at this end of the field. So penalty. Lightning do a good job killing that short penalty without allowing a goal to be scored. So good work by the Lightning squad that was out there. Now we've got a ball loose. Good work over there. Ellis looked like he knocked that out. Got a ground ball fielded there by number 16, Luke Adams, and then now it's turned back over to Sun Prairie. You'll notice these. We do have these yellow lines that you see on this side of the field that kind of creates a box. The 2 yellow lines and the 30-yard line create a goalie box. And once a team has the ball and gets across the midfield stripe, they have 10 seconds to get it into that goalie box. Otherwise, it's a failure to advance and it'll be a turnover. So that's the significance of those yellow lines you see at each end of the field.
Can't sandbag then.
No.
I mean, that's really what,
Yeah, it's really the rules are structured to really try to keep the game fast.
Yeah.
Even after turnovers, it's very quick restarts. A lot of the good officials will get action going immediately. They don't allow, you aren't necessarily allowed to get back into position or anything like that. So the game can move really fast.
Can you knock a player just completely over?
Yes, you can. If it's done legally, you can body check. As long as it's not from behind.
Okay.
And as long as it's not to like the head or neck area. As long as it's kind of a good body to body shot. There can be some good collisions out there once in a while.
Okay.
So there you see how Jerzak, number 12, he kind of ran down, got into the box just to kind of satisfy that requirement of getting into that goalie box within that 10 seconds, and then he kind of pulled it back out.
But once they're in that box, they can take as long as they want.
Yep. Yep, there's no the college game does have a shot clock, but at the high school level there is no such thing. So
don't
nice
even get me
save
started on that. Talking about that in basketball.
Good play by Hunt there to pick off that pass. They were trying to dump that pass to the weak side. Hunt saw it, reached his goalie cross out and got the ball. And here you see again how Sun Prairie's laying back, kind of daring Hunt to bring this ball forward, which Hunt is one of the most mobile goalies you'll find in the state. He's not afraid to do this. He's very comfortable out in space. And so it's a good way to kind of attack that when defenses do want to lay back. There's a shot, little bouncer up and over. I think that was Seehafer unleashed that one. So it looks like McCain, number 15, will start the offense near side to Viam. Now up top to Gerke. To the far side. Lightning working it around. Looking for a cutter or looking to get the defense out of position. This is Viam working out of the X. He'll wrap around. Tries a shot. That one goes wide left. But it will stay with the Lightning. That was Gerke, number 30. Hustling over to retain possession. Again, if that ball goes out of bounds on a shot, whoever's closest to it when it goes out retains possession. Or gets possession. Nice feed there. Tried to get it to number 15, Sean McCain, but just couldn't get a clean shot off.
Should also mention that it's not just the Crosse kids on this Lightning team either. They're from all over. You got Luther, Central, Onalaska, West Salem, Aquinas. Pretty cool that all of them come together. And Holman.
Oh, great opportunity there by VM. Just couldn't get the clean shot away. Had a golden opportunity there.
Yes.
Just couldn't put the ball in the net. Lightning, nice attack though here. Keeping possession, making Sun Prairie work.
This feels like their longest possession, even after the first period.
Seems like they're getting a little rust. Both teams looked a little rusty in that first period.
This is the first game of the year.
First
right?
game, game of the year for both of them, right? Nice shot by Seehafer, save by Plummer. Plummer gets ahead to Luttrell. Luttrell brings it all the way, keeps pushing. He'll try a shot. That goes up and over. Good hustle by Hunt and Ellis. And they're going to award that ball to Sun Prairie. So looked like Jerzak must have outrun Ellis and Hunt to that ball. This is Jerzak, number 12, back behind the goal. We call that area behind the goal the X. So if you hear me refer to the X, that's what I'm talking about. There's a shot. We got a flag up, shot wide, and it's out of bounds. So that flag's going to be on the Lightning. What they'll do when their flag goes up means there is a penalty on somebody. They'll allow action to continue. If the offended team has the ball, they'll allow them to finish their possession out. But then at the first stoppage, they'll assess the penalty. So we've got a penalty here on Ellis, number 11. He'll take a knee on the far sideline. I think they called him for a cross check. So if you you can contact a player with your stick,
okay,
and even holding in a cross check position, but it's when you really fire at them and push with it, and if you make any contact up around the head area, you'll get called for an illegal cross check. So Lightning will be down a player. Sun Prairie working it around, trying to get a shot. There's a shot and a goal. Number 7 for Sun Prairie got that ball up top, had a clean look at it,
That's Ben Kalber again. Ben had the first goal in the game, and now he adds the third score for the Sun Prairie United.
Scoring for Sun Prairie, sophomore number 7, Ben Calver. That's the second goal of the game.
The bad news for the Lightning here, normally after a score like that, your player in the penalty box would be released, regardless of how much time they had. But in this case, Ellis's penalty was what they call locked in. So he has to serve that whole time, no matter if the other team scores or not. So if the referee believes that the penalty was egregious enough, they can lock it in and make you serve that whole time. So.
Wow. Like a major then.
Mm-hmm.
Timeout, Sun Prairie.
So this is the first year, we do have a timeout. So this is the first year the WIAA has solidified lacrosse, correct?
Actually, last season was the first season that lacrosse was a WIA sport. Yep.
Okay.
This will be the first year for this Lightning team. So last year, this Lightning team had to play as a club team.
I see. Okay.
They hadn't gotten the school affiliation yet.
Yeah.
And so we're excited this year. Kind of a year of firsts, you know.
Yeah.
First year being a WIA team, and first time being affiliated with our local schools. So we're really excited that our local schools got on board. That all 7 of them kind of came together and said, hey, let's make this happen. Let's give these boys a chance to compete.
Yeah.
And we're really thankful for the fact that they came together to create this co-op.
That's pretty cool, though. I mean, and to take all these kids, as I said, Central, Logan, Aquinas, Onalaska, Luther, Holman, West Salem, all getting together, because I'm sure the participation, nobody really knew what the numbers would be if it was, say, only 2 schools. So having them all get together to make a team. And you said last year they competed, and it looks like they competed well, because you showed me some stats from last year going 7-5, and you know that's pretty darn good when it's your first year.
Yeah, the last year this team had to play a lot of non-WIA teams, just because a lot of WIA teams wanted to play other WIA teams, and so it made scheduling a real challenge last year, and it would have been a challenge again this year, and for years to come if the school affiliation hadn't come together. So
makes sense.
So we're about to resume action. Sun Prairie took that timeout, so they'll have the ball. They start the action, and we're got another flag down. That will be on the Lightning. Here's a goal up. That one's deflected by Hunt, and we have a crease call on Sun Prairie. So the Sun Prairie player stepped inside of that yellow circle. That's a crease violation, so we have a stoppage, but they will assess the penalty. And I don't know if that was an offsides.
Oh, slash.
Okay. I'm being told it might be probably a 1-minute slash on McCain for the Lightning. So Lightning still with Ellis sitting. Lightning are now down to defending with 4 players. And there's a goal by Sun Prairie. There's not too many times you're going to be down 2 players and then avoid letting in a goal. That's a tough situation to put your defense in, and Sun Prairie capitalized.
Well, and how do you try to pack in such a wide area with just a couple of kids, too?
Yeah. Leaves a lot of space, a lot of shooting lanes.
Right.
So we do get, Lightning do get one of their penalized players back.
Okay.
So the McCain penalty was not locked in. So as soon as that goal scored, McCain is back on the field. This is Zach Adams taking the face-off. Zach Adams wins that face-off. Errant pass to VM. That one's going to trickle out of bounds. We're at
about 4 minutes.
4.
Yeah, I got 4 minutes.
4-0.
And 4-0. Yep.
4-0 now, lead by Sun Prairie. Long pass up ahead. Sun Prairie still with that player advantage. They take a shot. Easy save by Hunt. He can sit in that crease for 4 seconds once he has the ball, but then he's got to get out or pass it. So you saw how he kind of scurried out the back there. And now Lightning kind of forced one to the middle of the field. Seehaver's stick is being held there. And it's going to go out of bounds, and Sun Prairie's awarded the ball.
There's no way you can hold it. You can't hold somebody's stick.
No, it looked like Luttrell had Seehaver's stick under his arm, kind of holding it there. So I thought it would look pretty clear there, but no call.
But that would be a penalty, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Gerzak works around, dumps to the weak side. Easy goal there for number 30. Luke Morgan, Sun Prairie, gets another one on the board.
Sun Prairie, you said, 6 and 12 overall last year? It's Sun Prairie East and West combined.
Sun Prairie goal by number 30, Maddox Walters.
So that gives United the 5-0 lead. And we'll face off. Looks like we're going to be back to even strength now. So the Ellis penalty finally expires. We'll scrum for it in the middle of the field. And we've got I believe maybe an interference call there. Sometimes there's a lot going on those face-offs. Sometimes it's a little hard to know what's being called, but in that case, awarded to Sun Prairie. There's a shot, deflected, and that one rolls out of bounds in the near corner. Sun Prairie will retain possession. Sun Prairie coming from the X. Gerzak kind of working around. Ellis on him. Flips it out top. Shot from up top. Saved by Hunt. Beautiful save. That was a good opportunity there. Ryan Malley with the shot from up top, but Hunt was there to stop it. Hunt now walking this ball up. Looking for somebody open. He finds CJK number 7. K finds McCain on the side. Jump. Saved by the goalie Plummer. Nice look there from McCain. Lightning, though, still with the ball. Seehafer will wait. Now it's to Gerke on the far sideline. Getting some new players in. Number 5, Sam Brown comes in for the Lightning. Charlie Seehafer, number 12, working around, trying to get his left shot off. Does, but not much on it. Easy save for Plummer. Plummer gets it ahead to Sun Prairie. This is Gerzak bringing it down near the near alley. Gets it up top. Gets through 2, and there's another goal by Sun Prairie. That time it was Porter Linnen, number 12. Split 2 defenders, and then there wasn't many people left between him and the goal after that.
You said Lacrosse was back to full strength. Can they bring others? I mean, because Sun Prairie's been so aggressive on their offensive side. Can you bring others up to try and help out their defense?
So you always have to kind of keep your three defenders have to stay on one side of the field, and your 3 attackmen stay on the other side of the field.
Okay.
And your 3 midfielders can go back and forth to both sides of the field.
Got it. Okay.
So yeah, when you're a man down, you have to play with the 5 that you got left there.
Right.
We got a turnover. We've got a call. That was a failure to advance. So in that case, I believe they Sun Prairie had their 10 seconds to get a touch inside that goalie box, and they were not able to do it. Nice stick check there by Sun Prairie, but it will stay with Lightning. Yeah, you'll see these defenders really try to knock the stick out of the player's cross, either with body contact, kind of jarring it loose, or with a stick check, where their stick will hit the opponent's stick and try to knock that ball out. Tries a pass to the side. McCain is there. Oh, got a little push in the back there, but ball comes to Sun Prairie. Sun Prairie pushing it up. Ellis giving chase. Gets a little wraparound stick check, but gets it back. Sun Prairie with a shot. Hunt blocks it. Ball is loose. Hunt trying to corral it, trying to drag it back into his crease, and he does.
Nice.
Nice work by Hunt, getting that loose ball. Hunt looking for someone who's open, just has to flip it up. Gets it to McCain, though. McCain loses it, and a nice stick check there by Luttrell. Luttrell gets it up to number, I believe that's 17. He'll pass it over to the side. Good deflection by number 7, CJK. Ball rolls out of bounds, but I believe it was deflected by K. So it will stay, it will go to Sun Prairie. They'll start it on the far sideline, and that is our half.
That was close. It was off by 20 seconds.
So at the half, it's 6-0. Sun Prairie with the lead on the Lightning. We'll probably take a short break here, and we'll get back to you with the second half.
The Central Booster Club is excited to work with you this school year. The Booster Club's mission is to promote and help finance the over 50 official Central co-curricular activities through fundraising efforts. Booster Club meetings are held in the Central Commons on the second Monday of each month during the school year. If you can't attend meetings, you can still help by volunteering at the school store and other events. With so many budget cuts, the role of the Booster Club has become even more important in supporting all Central activities. Sign up to stay updated on Booster Club activities by clicking the QR code. Go Riverhawks!
The La Crosse Central Alumni Association is a proud sponsor of the Central YouTube channel. The Central Alumni Association meets once a month with the main mission of providing scholarships to Central High School seniors so they can continue their academic pursuits. Last year, the Alumni Association awarded $63,000 in scholarships to 66 deserving Central students. For information on how to join the Alumni Association or donate, see our page on Facebook.
Good. Back to
All
you,
right,
Chris.
we're back here for the second half. Start of the third quarter. We've got the Sun Prairie United 6, La Crosse Lightning 0. So Lightning going to try to get some things going here.
What's the biggest thing, Chris? What have you seen out of the Lightning as far as their offense and just kind of some of their struggles in that first half, and how can they, kind of turn this around? I look at this and say, 6-0. That's tough to come back from, but you're just looking for one, maybe a little spark, right?
Yeah, just trying to get some momentum here, and there's still plenty of game left, but they're going to have to play a lot cleaner. Had a lot of missed catches, missed passes. Really didn't see much flow on the offensive end. They had a couple possessions there in the second quarter where things were looking a little better.
Yes.
But we're going to need to see a lot more of that in this half.
We were talking about that as well, their longest possession, and got a few good shots out of it on goal.
So Seehafer now, number 12. He's got the ball. He's defended by number 29. That's Trell.
I'm going to make mention, this is a triangular. There will be more games at Sun Prairie and Notre Dame next. We are not going to end up covering that. We were planning on covering all three. We've had some internet issues, and so we're going to stick with just the La Crosse games today. So once this game is over, we will close down the stream and then bring it back up when La Crosse and Notre Dame are playing.
We've got the Lightning now. We've got Grayson Viam, number 3, down there in the X. He's going to put a move on, try to get it out to the wing. McCain takes a shot. That's deflected by the defender. Luttrell comes away with it. He gets a lot of ground balls for Sun Prairie. And he's going to push it up the field. Stick check from behind by number 13 for the Lightning. That's Viela. And now Hunt will try to get some things going. Errant pass, trying to get it to Sam Brown on the near sideline, but just got away from him. We'll restart action. This is Gerzak, number 12 for Sun Prairie. Gets the touch. You saw how he kind of skipped inside of that yellow line just to get that touch. And then
so once they're in there, they can even back it up all the way then.
Yep, once they're in there, they can pull it back out of there and kind of set up their offense or make substitutions or whatever they need to do. Malley gets it to the center. Lennon takes a shot. That's wide.
Again, I'm also going to reiterate, we do not have the scoreboard connected to the scoreboard because they had some issues with that too yesterday. Never got that rectified, so I am doing everything on my end to run the clock as close as possible. Did better in the first period.
Well, you're doing a good job of it. You've been right on, so thank you, Joel, for doing that.
Of course, yep. And we know the score. That's the main thing.
Yeah. Sun Prairie now gets it up top to Cal Burr, number 7. Defended up there by Sam Brown. Gets it over to Lennon. Lennon defended by number 16, Luke Adams. Sun Prairie will pull it up top here, kind of get reset.
Certainly doesn't seem they're as aggressive as they were in that first half, especially in the second quarter.
Right, yep. I suppose with a 6-0 lead, they're content to take their time a little bit on some of these possessions as well.
Yeah. Ray, would you call this the grinder? That's what Nami usually calls this for the Central Riverhawk boys basketball team. Keep that ball up on top.
Now it's up top. Malley has the ball up top, number 25. He's going to start coming downhill, working to his right. There's a shot and a score by Malley. Just kind of skipped one into the lower left corner. Good shot by Malley. Malley came up from the top, kind of worked to the right. Just got his hands clear enough to get that shot off.
So the patience works too, Chris. I mean, that's the other issue is that they hold it for, I had about 2 minutes on my clock, and then they get a goal out of it too.
Yeah, Lightning are going to need some turnovers and some quick scores here. Try to claw back into this one. Zach Adams will go face off. Viela on the near sideline. Luke Adams on the far sideline. Luke Adams had it for a moment. He's going to shovel it forward. McCain is there to scoop it up. And Lightning will get into their offensive set. McCain gets it over to the near side. That's Hendrickson. Hendrickson trying to centering pass. Nothing there.
There was a cutter, but the pass was low.
Seehafer gets it over to Hendrickson. Near side to, oh, I'm sorry, now Hendrickson has it now, number 2. McCain in the X gets it to the far side. This is number 3, VM, trying to work around his defender. Takes a bouncer. That one goes wide right.
Sun Prairie just will not allow anything in the middle in front of their net.
They're doing a good job of really packing that in, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Even when I look at the cutters for lacrosse, I mean, you got 3 sticks out there for Sun Prairie that just will not allow a pass. I mean, it's a real small window if you can get it in there.
Yep. There's a shot. Seehafer, that shot's wide. Yeah, even when you see the Lightning players with the ball up top, you know, they're really not, the Sun Prairie defense isn't extending out to them.
No.
They're content to just kind of pack it in and make you work for it. So VM from his knees gets it over to Viela.
That was a good catch.
Viela tries to get it across the field to number 2, Hendrickson, but not able to complete that pass. Gerke gets it over to Viela. Viela finds a cutter. That shot's wide. Nice cut there by, I believe that was McCain. Just off the mark, though. A lot of shots here on this possession, but none of them on the mark.
The difference I saw on that cut was he's coming from what you called the X, not necessarily coming through from the middle, but from behind. Defender lost him.
Yeah, you try to hope your defender maybe gets a little, his eyes are maybe doing a little ball watching, and you kind of lose track of you. That's kind of a great time to cut.
I think that's exactly what happened.
VM comes around, tries to save by Plummer. And we're going to have a crease as well, so the ball will go to Sun Prairie. VM came around from that far side, but could not get past Plummer.
So there's another difference. Sun Prairie had it for, again, on my clock, 2 minutes gets the goal. Lacrosse had it for over 2 minutes, according to what I have, and no goal. But
good defense there by Sun Prairie. And now Sun Prairie on the offensive end. Number 2 with the ball. Again, we don't have – actually, 2's going to come off. I think Gerzak's got it.
12 has it right now.
Jackson Gerzak, senior from Sun Prairie East. Now the ball's up top to, I believe that's number 7, Kalber. Kalber working around some defenders. Gets it to Lennon. Lennon with a shot. That one's blocked. And we're going to have a flag down. And this will be on the Lightning.
Well, you said it, Chris. That Lacrosse needed turnovers, score quickly, and avoid the penalties. And those 3 things have not really happened in this third.
No, that penalty is that's going to be a slash. A 1-minute penalty called on Hackbarth. So a slash is, he's swinging with his stick, and instead of making contact with the other player's stick, he made contact with some part of the other player's body. And so it gets called for the slash.
So Sam has to sit out then.
So Lightning will be down a player for the next minute. Near side number 25, that's Malley. He tries to get it to the weak side. Thankfully, that ball is off the mark. It'll be turned over to the Lightning.
Chris, you have a kid that plays this. Where did he start? Like, how did some of these kids come about learning the sport of lacrosse?
Yeah, the Lightning lacrosse program offers youth teams in the area. Anybody in the area can participate. They offer 10U, 12U, 14U teams. They're co-ed, so we got boys and girls playing, and we play a schedule. Those youth players play a schedule. They go around to different teams in the area. They just started practice this past week, but it's not too late if anyone wants. If you get any youth out there want to join and learn the sport of lacrosse, great opportunity.
Nice stop.
Picked off by Luttrell. A little bit of a transition chance for Sun Prairie, but now they're going to pull this back out, it looks like. Number 17, Jakovic. We'll get it back out to Luttrell. And now the penalty is released. Luttrell with a shot and a save by Hunt. Nice play by Brandt. Brandt tries to get it up, but Jakovic is there. Jakovic working through defenders. We've got a stoppage of play, though. It's like offsides. Sun Prairie had too many players on that half of the field, so turnover to the Lightning.
That was good because it was a 4-on-2.
Oh, now we've got another stoppage for... Got another stoppage.
Yeah,
and this goes to Sun Prairie. I didn't see what was called there. It might have been maybe an offsides on the Lightning. There's a shot by Lennon. That's wide. And now the Lightning will have it in the near corner. Ellis. See Ellis with that long 6-foot stick. You can have 4 of those longer sticks on the field at a time. The longer sticks give you an advantage as a defender.
Like
just
that?
Yep, just like that. Kind of a lot of reach. And
oh, no.
Here's a one-on-one Gerzak Hunt. Gerzak puts the move on, and Gerzak scores.
Chris, not only was that 1-on-1, it was 3-on-1.
Yeah, all started by the turnover down here at the other field. They picked that pass off, and it was off to the races by the United.
It was a great outlet pass by Sun Prairie, but yeah, I mean, you put your goalie at such a disadvantage there.
Absolutely. Yep, not much Hunt can do in that case.
No.
Gerzak, very skilled scorer. Got to see him play over the past summer and fall. And, yep, we'll put 1-on-1, and that's a tough spot for Hunt to be in. So we'll face off again after that score. Looks like this will be, I think this is Luke Adams facing off. No, I'm sorry, this is Kaya Lee facing off. There's a shot and a goal. So a quick restart there, and Luttrell had an open look and let her rip.
I was going to say, lacrosse didn't even look like they were ready for that whistle to be blown.
No, it didn't. It looked like people were a little uncertain of what was happening exactly.
Yes. Including this broadcaster up here, because I was wondering what the holdup was, and then all of a sudden he blows a whistle, and they go. So 9-0.
It's like Lee is going to face off again versus
I can't get
Sun Prairie face-off player. Can't see his number here. The ball is... That's picked off by CJK, but he loses it. Luttrell giving body blows. Luttrell with another shot. This time Hunt's up for the challenge and makes the save. Hunt sees Hendrickson all alone up here, up to McCain. McCain puts it away for the goal.
What a nice turnaround.
Beautiful transition goal there by the Lightning. All started with Hunt with a vision to see Hendrickson all alone here on the near side, and Hendrickson pushed the issue and found open McCain on the backside. So historic goal there. Really first WIA Lightning goal. So that one will go down in the record books. Sean McCain, senior out of Onalaska, gets credit for that one. Now we've got Zach Adams back in the face-off circle. Loose ball picked up by Horman. Horman, number 4. Lost it for a second. Now it's Sun Prairie scoops it back up. This is Jerzak, number 12. Gets the touch. Adams giving him some stick checks, but maybe too aggressively. We've got flags down. We'll see who they got. I think we had them both. Looks like Zach Adams is walking towards the sideline.
Even 2 flags.
But I also believe Hackbarth was maybe involved over there too. So we'll see who. Looks like it's going to be Adams. Called for I presume, a slash.
Some names I recognize, some names I don't from some of these schools. Obviously, I know some of the Central kids. CJK, Seehafer, know them from football. K was my favorite when he get a sack because then I could really emphasize his name.
Yeah, it's a fun name to say.
Yes, it is.
So I think we got Zach Adams has a knee on the sideline. They called multiple penalties here. I believe they called a cross check. I think there was an unnecessary roughness also called. So one of those penalties is locked in as well. I saw the referee signal. So Lightning are going to be at a disadvantage for a bit here. Good play by Ellis. Knocked the ball out temporarily, but Lennon, number 14, jumped back on it. This is over to number 7 with a shot. That's Kelber. His shot's wide. Hunt with a long pass up.
So a slash and a cross check is what they announced. So you have both.
Got the twofer on that one.
Yep. They did have a wireless mic for the official, too, and that was not connecting either earlier today. So just, I don't know, weather problems or what?
Yeah, we kind of we're playing in Galesville, and kind of a last-minute change of venue. So I know everybody was scrambling to try to make this happen, including you and Ray. So thanks for making the last-minute adjustment and being up here.
You bet.
So Sun Prairie with the ball.
Yeah, Ray is the cameraman, not on mic. Never.
That shot goes wide.
He gets so disappointed with that, too. I can see it on his face.
Sun Prairie retains possession. Lightning working to kill this penalty. Still down a player. It gets to the far side. That's Malley. Can't handle it. Ball is still in. They're playing to the outside of the painted lines. So that heavy colored band that would kind of normally be out of bounds in football, that is actually inbounds. They're playing the outer edge of that band, not the inner edge.
Okay. I thought they ruled it Lightning, but now they're giving it back to Sun Prairie.
So
go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
Sun Prairie will start the action. Gets it up top, Malley. Now this is number 17, Jakovic. Takes that shot is wide by Malley.
I have it as under a minute and possibly under 30 seconds left in the third.
Sun Prairie, long possession here. Sun Prairie still a player advantage. CJK gets his cross on that pass, but can't come up with the ground ball. There's a shot. That one's wide. That shot by Yakovic went wide. He's disappointed. He felt he had a really good look at it. And Hunt's got the ball on the far sideline. Hunt, no pressure on the goalie. He's going to push it forward. Tries to get it to a Lightning player. Not there. Vium comes away with it. Vium looking, pass off to the side. Just tipped by number 10 for Sun Prairie. Nice play by him. That was William Nelson. And now Sun Prairie coming back. This is Zach Adams fresh out of the penalty box. Looks like he may be going back in.
Oh, my goodness.
Adams was just released and came in and gave that body check to the back. You can body check, but it's got to be from the front or from the side, but kind of mainly to the front. But you start getting wrapped around to the back, and you can't make those body checks like that.
It sent one of the United players down to the ground too, to the turf. That was one of the reasons why they moved this. In case you were wondering why we're at GET instead, main thing was because of the turf field. Still don't know why we didn't go to Logan. That's what I wonder. I'm like, they have turf. I don't know if that wasn't available.
And that's the end of the quarter. So after 3, Sun Prairie 9, La Crosse Lightning 1.
And we'll come back here in just a minute here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel. I got you.
Need a place to live or extra space to grow? Munson Realty's property management portfolio offers a wide variety of properties to fit all your business and housing rental needs in the La Crosse, Wisconsin, and eastern Minnesota areas. Whether you're local or relocating, looking for a business space or a home for just yourself or even the whole family, Munson Realty is here to help you find the perfect place. Discover the right space with Munson Realty, your trusted partner in real estate.
The La Crosse Central Basketball Association is dedicated to developing the basketball skills and character of young athletes who will attend Central High School. Please check out our website, lcbahoops.org, for more information about our year-round basketball offerings.
The La Crosse Central Alumni Association is a proud sponsor of the Central YouTube channel. The Central Alumni Association meets once a month with the main mission of providing scholarships to Central High School seniors so they can continue their academic pursuits. Last year, the Alumni Association awarded $63,000 in scholarships to 66 deserving Central students. For information on how to join the Alumni Association or donate, see our page on Facebook.
Matthey Construction, a proud Riverhawk community, sponsors More Than Asphalt and Roads. They're a family-owned company with exciting opportunities in engineering, research, and green technologies. Join Matthey's team of top chemists and engineers developing sustainable solutions for tomorrow. From the lab to the road, Matthey Construction inspires the next generation of innovators. Visit Matthey.com to explore diverse careers in legal, HR, tech, and more. Build your future with Matthey Construction.
Don't miss a moment of the action. Be sure to follow the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel on Instagram and Facebook. On Facebook, search Central Riverhawks YouTube, and on Instagram, search Central Riverhawks Live.
All right, we're back in action. This is the start of the fourth quarter. We've got Sun Prairie United 9, La Crosse Lightning 1. Start of the fourth here. Lightning are a player down. We've got Zach Adams serving his penalty. And so Lightning will defend with 5 versus the 6 for Sun Prairie. Brant Hunt still in goal for the Lightning. There's a shot. Easy save by Hunt. Linden just didn't get a lot on that one. And then up ahead to Viam. Viam looking, a little 3-on-2 action. He dumps it off. McCain with a shot, and that one's high.
Second best look of the night.
Yep, good opportunity there. Nicely run by the Lightning. Got the 3-on-2 advantage. Just couldn't get it in the back of the net. Lightning will retain possession, though. They're going to run out this penalty. Looks like we are.
There he is.
Now we're back to full strength. So Seehafer and Gerke are on the far side. Seehafer will tries to work downhill. Good defense up top by number 17, Jakovic.
Man.
Seehafer comes around, spins around, takes a shot. That one's wide. Lightning retains possession. McCain now brings it in from the end line. Gets it over to Viam. Viam working on a deep hole. Gets it up top to Seehafer. Seehafer on Lennon. Gets past Lennon. Tries to, now picked up by Jakovic. Seehafer gets past, gets a shot off, but that one's wide. Good opportunity there by Seehafer.
This is the best offensive possession they've had this second half.
Agreed. Getting some good looks here. Hopefully Lightning can capitalize. Seehafer tries a little jump shot. That one gets through the goal, and that's a goal by Seehafer. Charlie Seehafer, number 12, senior from Central, gets the Lightning their second goal of the game.
Little bouncer.
Little bouncer, yeah. Charlie kind of came around that top side, switched to his left hand, kind of gave a little Superman jump there and shot the bouncer and went in. So that lefty shot is something Charlie worked hard on, I know, as a freshman and sophomore, and has really become a good weapon for him. We'll face off again. Now back to even strength. Both teams at full strength. This ball's loose, and CJK comes away with it, number 7. CJ pushing up the near side. Gets the touch. By the touch, I mean he makes contact inside that goalie box. And now Lightning will set up their offense. Kay retreats. Looks like Kay's going to come off. Here comes Viam. Gets around his player. He'll take a shot. That bouncer's blocked by Plummer. Number 27 for Sun Prairie comes away with it. Gets it upfield. Sun Prairie pushing it now on the near side. That's McNary. McNary with the ball, number 33. Looking for somebody to dump it to. Finds somebody. This is Jakovic. He'll take a shot, and it's a goal. Nice little two-man give and go there. McNeary and Jakovic gets the benefit. Finds the goal.
Oh, you said that this game is fast. It certainly is, and you can tell how quickly that ball can move from side to side. So, within 15 seconds, you've got an opportunity to score on one end and then a goal on the other, which that means that momentum can swing quickly too.
Yeah, you watch some of the best, some of the best teams in the state and how fast they can move the ball around, and it's definitely the speed can be a real weapon. Seehafer gets the ground ball, starts the possession for the Lightning. He'll come up. Viam will get the touch. McCain now with the ball. He's being defended by number 27. I don't have 27 on my roster. There's Seehafer with a shot. That one might have been deflected wide. And it looks like it's gonna stay with the Lightning.
Again, I'll mention that throughout the day then there is another game Sun Prairie Notre Dame is going to play next. And we are going to take a break off of that because of some other issues that we had. We will stay here, though, and come back when Notre Dame and La Crosse play. It'll be a separate video, so just be on the lookout for that. That is slated for noon, the next game, and then the 2 o'clock is the final La Crosse game against Notre Dame. That is the schedule for today. Looks like they'll be pretty well on time. So it should be really close to 2 o'clock when we get back up on the YouTube channel, so just know that.
Here's number 2 for Sun Prairie. He gets the ball ahead, knocked loose from behind by Ellis. Ellis gets it up to Sehay for number 12. Lightning with a little chance here. Sehay for a shot. As he was winding up for that shot, that trailing defender just got a little contact with Charlie's stick, caused that shot to not come off clean. Lightning still have it, though. This is McCain behind the goal, looking for a cutter. That was Viela, made a cut, but well defended. VM comes around the top, picked up by a couple players. Still looking. Trying to get around, now it draws 4. Still spinning, still looking. Now dumps it down to the X, and that pass is going to roll out of bounds.
Looks like a pinball bouncing off of 5 different defenders.
You would think somebody would have had to have been open on that one, but easier said than done, I'm sure. Number 27 for Sun Prairie. Again, sorry I don't have number 27's name.
Yeah, I don't. They had a couple of numbers that were skewed. You got it from right here, didn't you?
I got 2 different sheets, so let's see here. This might be a more full listing. Number 27 is Jacob Aussie.
Aussie, yeah.
So sorry, Jacob, that we weren't getting your name earlier.
I'm glad you had this one.
This is Gerzak. Gets up top to Kelber. Long pass to the other side to Burgard. Burgard working on Seehafer. Gets it back to Kelber. Now it's down to 30. 30 puts a move on. 30 right in front of Ellis comes over with a body check. Clean check. Nice job sliding over there by Jared Ellis, number 11. That's what they call it in lacrosse when you come off your guy and like a help defense or like a double team, you're sliding to the player with the ball. So if you hear me say a slide, that's what I'm referring to.
Smart. They needed the help.
That ball's bouncing away. It's staying in for the moment, and then I think it got tapped out. And it's going to stay with Lightning, though. Ball's in play. Hendrickson on the far side. He'll go to work. He draws 2. Ball's loose.
Lost, yeah.
Seehafer trying to work around, trying to get a shot off. Nothing there.
I like the picks, though. They are trying to free him up with some body picks, like you would in basketball.
There's a shot and a score by Jax Hendrickson. Jax Hendrickson, the junior out of Onalaska Luther, gets the Lightning's 3rd goal of the game. Nice move and nice shot by Jax. Jax is a natural lefty, and you can see how it played to his advantage on that one.
But yeah, because he cut from the far to the near, and then when he curled around, there was nobody. Sun Prairie lost him. Again, as you said a couple times, maybe ball watching. You know, you had La Crosse kind of overloaded the far side anyway. They had 3 or 4 in that side. Somebody had to cut. Great shot.
So Luke Adams will take that's Zach Adams in the center. Zach is the older brother. Luke is the younger brother, but this is Zach Adams taking that face off. And the referees are going to award that to Sun Prairie.
I thought both of them were just tired. They were both laying down right there in the middle.
This play resumes. Someone gets up to Jerzak. Jerzak working around behind the goal. Finds, looking for number 30. That was Morgan. Couldn't handle the pass, and it's turned over to Lightning. Long pass across the court. That one's can't be handled by Zach Adams. Zach shovels it forward. Battling for it still over there. I'm not sure who that's off of. They're going to say it's off of Sun Prairie. Lightning ball.
That's unfortunate that he didn't catch that clean because it looked like a lot of open space in front of him.
Ball is down now again. This is Gerke over there battling Luttrell for it. And
what's the call? Okay,
looks like the call's out of bounds on Sun Prairie. So Lightning ball. Gerke's got it. Johnny Gerke, number 30, gets it to Viela, number 13. Over to VM, number 3 on the near alley. VM's going to try a shot. That one's saved by Plummer. Nice save by Jack, by number 21. I believe his name's Jackson Plummer. And now Plummer's going to run up the field. We saw Hunt do this quite a bit throughout the game, but this time Plummer does. Fortunate there that Gerzak came away with that ball. A little different between Plummer's run and Hunt's run, though. Plummer had 2 people right on him.
Right.
And whereas Hunt has been dealing with a lot of open space. So late in a game like this, though, sometimes these goalies, they want to get out and run while they get the chance. So Gerzak will try to dump it through, and
nice.
Hunt picks it off.
Well, smart. Sun Prairie had another offensive weapon over on the far side.
Hunt will dump it over to the far side. That's Ellis has it. He'll take the cross-field pass to his fellow defender, Kay, but he can't handle it. And now Sun Prairie on the attack. Number 35, that is Mies Rossel. And now that ball is flipped forward. Malley can't handle it. And it's going to be an over and back. Now Lightning gets going right away. You see how quickly they start action again after after a turnover. You know, the referee's called over and back, and immediately Lightning can pick the ball up and wait. Quick whistle by the referees, and they're off and going.
I have a penalty, though.
Penalty is down, so this will be on Sun Prairie. We'll see what the call is.
Two flags. Again.
Oh, 2 different flags. Okay. So they're sorting things out here. Sun Prairie will get some of their defenders back on the field because Sun Prairie will be a man down. Like 1 man down, so both flags must have been for the same infraction there. Lightning with a player advantage. We'll see what they can do. VM thinks about a shot, then he rips one. That one's deflected. I think that was deflected by number 13 for Sun Prairie. I think Jackson Bindley got a body on that one. Now McCain loses it. Bindley comes away with it. Good possession by Bindley there to deflect a shot and then get that turnover. Sun Prairie now looking to attack, but they'll pull it back out. This is Mies. Number 35. Sun Prairie with that. Sun Prairie is still that player down. No, I'm sorry. They're back to full strength here now. So Sun Prairie has their 6 out on the field at this end of the field. This is Kelbler. Finds Kotichka. Kotichka up top. Working on Jarman. Oliver Jarman trying to stay connected. Awkward shot there by number 16. That one's going to roll out to the corner of the field. But it stays with Sun Prairie. Luke Morgan brings it in, number 30. He gets it up to Jakovic. Working on Jarman, but ball comes loose as he starts to wind up for that shot. Luke, this is number 9. That's a Hackbarth. Tries the scoop, but not able to control it. Up top to Kostichka. Over to Kelber, and now back up to Kelber up top.
That's my clock is a little off, but I believe we're under a minute.
Sun Prairie flag is down. This will be on the Lightning. Got a slash called on number 7, CJK. 1 minute penalty. That'll take us nearly probably to the end of the game.
That's what I'm thinking too.
So CJ will take a knee. I see number 44, Brett Jungman, comes into the game. Number 16 up top defending, that's Luke Adams, younger brother of Zach. Now Sun Prairie with their man advantage. Look content to probably just play a little catch and let this clock wind down.
Yep, we must know how much time's left over there too.
That's your ball game, folks.
Wasn't too bad.
First game of the year in the books. Final score, Sun Prairie 10, La Crosse Lightning 3.
Some good things we saw out of La Crosse. A couple goals there, and I thought a little bit better offensive possession in the fourth. I thought, Chris, especially when they had some other chances and even some little fast break type chances. And they get to respond with another game today. I think that's the biggest thing. And since it is a triangular, there's good and bad to look at, and I'm sure the coaching staff will do that. But I think the best part is that they get to come right back out. First weekend of the season for all these teams too. So I think you said it best. There was rust at the beginning, and then Sun Prairie, really that onslaught in the second was the biggest turning point.
Yeah, I think that's where really the momentum seemed to slip away from the Lightning. Lightning got into some penalty trouble there in the second, let a number of goals come in, and it kind of took a little bit of the air out of the team, I felt. It got down a handful of goals, and that's kind of where the game ends up at the end. Yeah,
that's for sure. Well, Sun Prairie will play Notre Dame. We're not going to be covering that. We will come back around 2 o'clock then with La Crosse against Green Bay Notre Dame. So that is the other game that we will cover here. Thank you, Chris, for providing the play-by-play, and we'll certainly have you back for that second game then. So appreciate that.
Sounds great. Thank you, Joel.
You bet. And so for Ray on camera as well, 10-3 our final score. And again, we will come back at 2 o'clock for our next game here on the Central River Hawks YouTube channel.